You're watching the Crescent City's premier independent station, WGNO 26. Television, New Orleans style.
Welcome back to another exciting, fun-filled episode of DwreckTV. I'm Dwreck. And today is going to be another ranking video. Actually, this is going to be a series. It's going to be a 4-part series. And with that being said, I'm going to be talking about something that I rarely ever talk about on this channel, as the many things I've said before. Much like how I did with how I ranked anime that I've watched, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to do one for Western cartoons. Western cartoons like, especially ones that I watched, some that I enjoyed, some that me and my friends and relatives used to enjoy as well. But this time, I'm not going to put I'm not going to put everything in one box. I'm going to separate them by 4 categories, because having to rank everything like Ninja Turtles and Darkwing Duck and Ren and Stimpy and all the other cartoons that I've seen and everything, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna separate them into categories. Gotta do one's gonna be for like the Disney afternoon cartoons and such. One's gonna be for Nickelodeon Nicktoons. There's gonna be stuff that was on Cartoon Network and Adult Swim and such. And 4th one's going to be syndication. So, that being said, let's start everything off with the Disney Channel. Disney Channel cartoons, everybody loves them, everybody despises them or whatever, especially with how Disney is nowadays, but that's beside the point. Back when I was younger and everything, I watched a lot of Disney movies. Like, I had to watch Little Mermaid because of my sisters. I watched a lot of Disney movies, like especially from my grandparents and everything, like Mary Poppins and the Herbie movies and like Sleeping Beauties and Apple Dumpling Gangs and all that good stuff. Pretty much everything that old Walt Disney movies were in like the 40s, 50s, and 60s and such, I pretty much watched them. And especially ones that came around like the Disney Renaissance from the late 80s going in throughout the 90s and everything. But I'd say by the 2000s, that's when I kind of, actually a little earlier than that, when I was starting to like get away from Disney, because it just felt more like it was for girls anyway, but they still had some good shows on it. But that being said, let's go through, let's rank some cartoons, shall we? Let's get right to it. And we're going to get right to it when we come back after these messages. DwreckTV will return after these messages.
She didn't understand me. I'd say, let's have a nice white grape raspberry Boku. We're adults, we can choose. Boku is adult flavors. There's no straw involved. We're talking pull tab here. And can you believe she wouldn't even let me go to the juice box aisle, and she'd drive by the supermarket to see if my car was parked outside. I hear now she's seeing a juice box counselor. All I wanted was a Boku.
Boku fruit juice cooler from McCain.
Is that too much to ask?
Don't miss Trent Tillman's Sunday night special report, Brush with the Monkey.
What do you remember about the incident?
I don't know. There was a dinosaur, some kind of cave. Then he hit me with a heat-seeking missile. He showed no mercy, man.
Brush with the Monkey, a Hot Topic special report, Sunday at 8.
Friends, Moonlight Madness is what we call this Thursday from 12 noon to midnight. 12 hours of Halloween furniture shopping, guaranteed to raise the hair on your head. Our Moonlight Special, a house full of furniture, includes a 6-piece living room, this 7-piece dinette, this 5-piece bedroom with the bedding, all for $64 a month. And to complete the evening, the Master of Madness, Margus the Magnificent.
That's right. I'll be at Michael Abair's Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Be there.
That's Michael Abair in Elmwood, where we save you money!
And now back to DwreckTV. Welcome back. Now, let's get to ranking Disney cartoons. Now, these are ones that actually aired on television and everything. It's not gonna be like the Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and Goofy ones that was like theatrical releases. No, that's good. That's in a league of their own. We're just gonna be doing like Disney afternoon type stuff and everything, because despite it being like all about Mickey and Minnie and Donald and all that stuff, they had some good cartoons. Some that more enjoyable than many people thought. Man, let's check it out. It's not, like I said, it's not going to be a big one. So I got like 12 shows in this thing. So we're not going to be here all night. First, what we're going to talk about is Adventures of Gummy Bears. I remember seeing Gummy Bears when I was younger. I watched like maybe a handful of shows of it, a handful of episodes. They were actually it was actually a pretty good show. The theme song was really catchy. If I can remember correctly, I know that the Gummy Bears were pretty much like they went on like various adventures, and some about gummy berry juice where they drink and they like bounce all over around like bouncing balls and everything. Some would get in trouble, and then it's like a typical formula of like get into an adventure, fight the enemies, and then everything's like all she wrote, on to the next episode. That's as far as like especially the theme song in it's very catchy. But I would put the Gummy Bears, I only saw like maybe a few episodes because this was like I was like young when this show came out. So I would put Gummy Bears, especially not many people talk about it. I put out a low A. Low A. A higher B. Things like that. Next up, we're going to talk about is... Oh, got two. Hang on. The Schmookums and Meat Show. I remember seeing Schmookums and Meat, and I thought this was actually pretty funny. It actually was pretty funny, but not many people know about it, actually. Because this was like... this was one of them cartoons that... They had like 3 segments to it. They had the Schmookums and Meat. They had the cat and dog going on these random adventures, and this like slapstick comedy, almost like a Ren and Stimpy, but like more tamed, like a more tamed Ren and Stimpy. Then they had like other segments like a possum that was like almost like Batman, and then there was like a Western, I think. But Schmookums and Meat, it was pretty funny for its day. But I would put Schmookums and Meat. And the art styles are great. The art styles are fantastic for this. But I would put it at a B. Some are pretty funny. Some aren't very memorable, but when you watch it again, it's like, this is pretty funny. Especially for Disney. Disney being edgy. Yeah, y'all gotta check that out. That's like unheard of half the time. Next up, we're gonna talk about, let's see. Oh, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I used to watch this quite a lot. I liked the Chip and Dale in their adventures. I liked it Monterey Jack and his obsession with cheese. That's freaking hilarious. And all the other characters are pretty good too. But a very memorable show. I put Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers at a high A. Very high A. Theme song was great. Art styles were incredible. I didn't watch that live action CG one, but I'm not into that, so get that out of here. Next, Tailspin. I vaguely remember much about Tailspin besides the theme song. I know Baloo was driving the plane. They had Kick Cloud Kicker, that girl Rebecca, and her daughter. Was it her daughter? Anyway, I keep forgetting the main guy's name. I know Shere Khan was in it and King Louie was in it. I keep forgetting the other guy's name. That aviator type dude. But Tailspin, as much as I don't remember too many episodes, I put it at an A. It was good. The ones that I do remember were pretty good, but yeah, not really getting too far in these episodes then. Next, we're going to talk about probably my favorite one out of all of them, Darkwing Duck. When Darkwing Duck hit the scene, I thought this was the coolest thing ever. Darkwing Duck, and the theme song was very cool. The whole "Let's Get Dangerous." He had Launchpad with him. He had Gosling and her friend, and all the villains. I like the villains, like Negaduck and then Megavolt, Liquidator, what's it called, Steelbeak and Crackerjack, the Fearsome Five. I really like Darkwing Duck. I would put Darkwing Duck at an S rank. Because I'd say out of all of the Disney afternoon shows, I'd say Darkwing Duck was definitely my top favorite. Next, Marsupilami. Not many people remember Marsupilami. That show was pretty cool. It was like a little marsupial with a long ass tail. I'm talking like freaking almost 50 foot long. And he had his friend Maurice with him. Always getting into like random adventures and everything. It was a pretty funny show. I put Marsupilami at a low A, high B. If anybody remembers Marsupilami, you're good in my book. Next, everybody's favorite DuckTales. Oh boy, what more could be said about DuckTales? That took off on all cylinders. They have freaking Scrooge McDuck and Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and the Beagle Boys and everything. And I keep forgetting the freaking woman's name. Oh, fuck me. I keep forgetting her name. But the show was really cool, with especially with going on all those adventures and find off Beagle Boys, and DuckTales was really good. I put DuckTales, would I put it up with Darkwing Duck? I put DuckTales at a low S rank, high A. And I did watch that, what was it? That movie, Treasures of the Lost Lamp. It was alright. Next, we got 4 left. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back when we at these messages.
DwreckTV will return after these messages.
So you like hang with the surfers here at the beach a lot?
Yes, I pinch.
Yeah, I'm always down here too. Weekends. I don't mind telling you, a few sick days.
I pinch.
It's cool. I carry their boards. They change inside me.
I want to pinch.
Hey, not so close. I don't want to get pinched.
Why no pinch?
Because it hurts.
Maybe little pinch?
You know, I've got some melted butter and some tongs in here, so...
No pinch, no pinch, no pinch.
It's the right place at the right time, when the right day is a state of mind. It's a feeling that's all around. The silver bullet won't slow it down. So come on into Coors Light. It's the right beer now. To the good life, yeah. Good life, yeah. So come on into Coors Light. It's the right beer now.
Mackenzie's Pound Cake. This weekend special, only $1.59. Mackenzie's Pound Cake has a silky fine texture made with only the finest, freshest ingredients. Create your own special dessert by adding fresh fruit. Or for something different, try it fried. Pound Cake. Only $1.59 this weekend at Mackenzie's. Stop by your neighborhood bakery.
Mackenzie's. You taste the difference.
And now back to DwreckTV.
Welcome back. All right, we got 4 names left. Where we gonna? How do these all stack up? Let's find out. Next up is Goof Troop. Goof Troop was actually a good show for what it was. Goofy with his son Max, and Pete with PJ. The theme song was really good. It really felt more like it went with that the Hanging with Mr. Cooper crowd, and I actually liked it. That Goof Troop was really good. Was a good show, especially the Goofy movie was really good. My wife loves that as well. I put Goof Troop at a A rank, solid A rank. Really good show, especially for fathers and sons. Really good show for them. Next, we got not much left to this. Man, I don't remember too many of these shows. Oh yeah, I remember this one, The Wuzzles. Not many people remember The Wuzzles, but when I was a kid, I watched The Wuzzles a lot. There was only 13 episodes to this thing, and the theme song was like extremely catchy. The theme song of The Wuzzles was very catchy, and they had like the characters were like pretty much like mixtures of different animals. They had Bumbleion, they had Rhinoki, Moosel, and Butterbear, and Hippopotamus, and who else? Ellaroo. And the main villain was like a crocodile. He reminded me of Bowser. He reminded me of King Koopa from the Mario Bros. Super Show. That was actually pretty funny. But The Wuzzles, even though it ran for like 13 episodes, some people remember it. Some people are like, it's like non-existent to them. But I will put The Wuzzles, I put it at an A rank. If y'all ever get a chance to find the episodes of The Wuzzles, y'all check them out. It's good. It's a good show. Next, what's else? This one is Quack Pack. Not many people remember Quack Pack, but this came out during a time when I was definitely away from Disney by this time. But a friend of mine was watching Quack Pack, and I thought this was actually pretty cool because it showed Huey, Dewey, and Louie as preteens, like they got older, and they was living with Donald Duck, their Uncle Donald, and Daisy. Daisy was a reporter, and Donald was like one of her crew members. It was actually a pretty good show. The theme song, I would say, out of all these shows, I would say Quack Pack had probably the best one. Because it had, I think it was Eddie Money that sang the theme song. So, where would I put Quack Pack? I would put Quack Pack as the show itself, maybe low A into a B, but with the theme song and everything, I put it at an A. Y'all ever check out the Quack Pack theme song? It was definitely one of the best ones, if not the best. Even better, I would say even better than DuckTales, as far as beat goes and everything. But DuckTales just had that beat to it that you just can't get out your head. Next, we're gonna talk about is, oh yeah, I remember watching this one. Timon and Pumbaa. I was big on The Lion King when it came out. I think yeah, we saw it in theaters. And then we got it on VHS and we watched it almost nightly. And we had the soundtrack to it. But when Timon and Pumbaa, they came out with their own show on the Disney Channel in like 95, it was pretty entertaining. Not so much on the lines of Schmookums Jim Meat, but it was like kind of the adventures that you would expect out of Timon and Pumbaa. I would put this at I put out a low A to a B. So sorry. And last but not least, Bonkers. I watched Bonkers quite a lot. And also this was during a time when I was like really full on in the Nicktoons. And Disney Channel was like almost non-existent by this time. But definitely Bonkers was hilarious. Especially with his partners Miranda, then going to Lucky, seeing all the characters and everything. It almost reminded me of how Roger Rabbit would have been if it was a show. But I put Bonkers at a high A. It was very hilarious. The theme song was very catchy. So yeah, that's my rankings for the Disney afternoon shows. But like I said, when I was a kid, I watched a lot of Disney movies, and Disney Channel was always on, especially because I had two sisters, so I had to put up with a lot of things. But with these shows, it really helped get through all that. But by the time Nickelodeon started really catching its stride and with the Nicktoons and everything, the Disney Channel was like left in the dust. The only ones that really kept me going back to it was Bonkers and Quack Pack and Goof Troop. That was about it. Even Schmookums and Meat for the most part, but no, I hardly ever caught it sometimes. But that's my thoughts on Disney cartoons. So stay tuned next week where we're going to be reviewing the Nicktoons. So that's going to be a real fun one. So y'all stick around for that. This is Dwreck signing out. See y'all on the flip side.